Hey YouTube, it's TD here. Y'all gotta excuse my red tongue. I was eating candy. Malachi bought me some now laters. And y'all, I do have some other than this shirt. But when I get out from work, I come in, I put my shirt on and my shorts, especially in the summertime, and just lounge. And this is my most comfortable one. But y'all saw the title, What Happens When Hoes Get Old? This is the reason I came up with that title. I was at Kroger's here in Tennessee. We have a store called Kroger's, and it's like one of our grocery stores. We have Publix and some more, but I like to go to Kroger's because it's reasonable. And so I went to Kroger's day before yesterday. I'm just going down the aisle and I'm shopping, and I can hear on the other side. I couldn't see him, but I can hear on the other side. If you don't get away from me, whore. If you don't get away from me, I mean, screaming. And then I heard the other one. You couldn't really hear what she was saying. Like, wait a minute. Just let me talk to you for a minute. I'm trying to tell you something. Now I said, get away from me. Get away from me. Then I just heard the other one say, if you would just let me talk to you for a minute. And then the other one said, if you come near me one more time, I'm gonna pop you so hard that I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. I'm on live. Go out for a minute, ma'am. It said, if you come near me one more time, I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. And then and then she said, you effing whore. And so I finally get my buggy where I could see. And so it's two women, and they probably was like around my age, 50 to 60. And they might not have been that old though. Street life might have made them look old. I don't know. But anyway, so one storms out the door. One is taller, the other one is shorter. So the taller one storms on out the door. The shorter one just right behind her, trying to catch up. Then so I go. I'm like, oh well, wow. So then I go down the aisle. I get to the meat to the meat part of it. I get down to the meat part, and then this black man's phone ring. He got on a black cowboy hat. He's about 6'5", 6'6". He got on a black cowboy hat, uh a black shirt, some black shorts, some black socks to come up a little bit higher than his ankle, and some dang on church shoes. So I'm like, well, all right then. The phone ring, and then I hear him say, wait a minute. What happened? What happened? And I just heard her saying, she was screaming so loud through the phone. That whore, and I couldn't hear what all she was saying. When I tell you that man took off running through that store and went on, then I realized that was the pimp. He was the pimp. One of them was the bottom B, the main one that kept everything in order. Probably the shorter one. The taller one probably came onto the scene, a few years later, and that was his money maker. And the shorter one probably stayed at home. But y'all, I often wondered, because here in Tennessee, back in the day, baby, that's all you saw was pimps, drug dealers. When I grew up in the hood, drug dealers and pimps and prostitutes. Now, the pimps and the prostitutes, they was the lower of the low. The drug dealers was a little bit higher. The murderers was at the top. That's the way it went down the chain. But now ain't none of it high, thank God. But anyway, but I used to always wonder when I was a kid, what happened to them when they get older. Like, do you get a pension plan? You know what I mean? Do you get a social security plan, or do you just kind of get out of that life? Because I ain't shaming nobody for making their money. I am not shaming nobody. But I just often wonder what happened, because it's a business. Now I know with T.S. Madison, she was able to flip her money and do some stuff. But these women are old, and they look like they was tired. Old, tired, but still probably the same. And so I just often wondered, what do they do? Because you're not gonna stay young and pretty forever. You still could be pretty, but you're gonna age with it. You know what I mean? And so, what was young and pretty and could bring that money in with the men, you ain't gonna be able to bring that money in like that when you get into your 60s and 50s, even in your 40s. So I was just like, what do they do? Evidently, they still take care of him, because they was two white women. He's a black man. They still take care of him, but so I just was like, man, this is just, I don't know, y'all. It's just amazing. Have y'all ever wondered what in the world happened to hoes when they get old? Cause I wanted to ask them so bad, how did y'all live? How long was y'all able to do what you do? You know what I mean? And cause shoot, I'll get tired of having sex with when I got a man, cause I ain't got no man no more. When I got a man, I'll get tired of having sex with him. I might get you once or twice a week. That's it. I'm like, I'm out. I don't feel like it. But with hoes, I wonder, do they still have sex all the time? Do they stay on their schedule? Because they got more stamina. So, I just have often wondered about that and what really, really happens. But I tell you what, they was into it, but that black man, he had the prettiest skin and not a wrinkle on him, honey. But you could tell he was at his age. But but he holding them down. POP, he holding them down, honey. But I just often wondered what happened to him. So I wish them well, but this was just a little story time or something that I saw, and it just gave me a good little kiki. Oh, y'all, and I went to court yesterday, and when I tell you my lawyer was like a Perry Mason, he tore the contractor up, and then come to find out the contractor was working under somebody else's name and license, and the contractor um he tried to say he had only got $4,000, and he got well over almost 11,000, like 10,998. He had got that, and even when he told the judge he wanted $26,000, the judge said 26,000. But when my lawyer, young white guy, his Trevor Baskin, Trevor tore him up so well. When Trevor sit down, Trevor said, "We tore him up." I had to holler. So I won my case, y'all. I'm feeling good. Got rid of my man. I'm feeling good. And y'all have a good one, and life is good. And, give yourself some time to laugh, love, and be happy. So this has been TD here. And thank you for listening, because y'all could have been anywhere but listening to an old woman in Tennessee. Bye.